Hello friends, this is tip number 5 on Manifest Your Dream Life series, and this I'm doing as a continuation of my previous video which spoke about money energy, and this is part 3 I should say of talking about money energy. And in this video I'm going to talk about taking advantage of money energy. Now, this is something from my personal experience. I'm going to share with you a personal experience that I had and how I took advantage of money energy and how money energy changed my life. So this was a time, maybe a year ago, where more than a year ago, I believe, when I was just getting started as a healer, and I was at a point where I was down to the last $100 that I had in my bank account. So my bank account had $102, $103, I believe, at that time. And I had all of these healing programs and courses and the healing sessions that I do, but there wasn't any paid clients who were coming to me. So I was in the situation, I had all of this credit card and the bills that I had to pay. It was like, what am I going to do with this last $100? And I was like, I'm going to do healing. I have to heal myself. That's the only way to go about this. So I made my mind to book a healing session with a healer. And her healing sessions, usually 1 hour healing session, costs about $100. So it was like, okay, the last bit of money that I have, I'm going to put and invest and do this healing for myself. So I went to her page. I was about to click the button, pay now button. And before I usually do any kind of payments, I do a specific process with the money energy that I'm putting into this equation. So the first one is I say thank you. Thank you to the money. So if at all, if this is an online payment, if it is a cash payment, you can just look at the money, whatever currency you have, you can say thank you to it, and then you give it to somebody else. If it is an online payment, usually when there is the pay now button, there's usually the number which shows it's 97 or 105, whatever amount is it that you're sending. So this is about, I think it was $107 or something like that. So I was looking at the number, I just closed my eyes to set the intention. And the first one, as I said thank you to the money for serving me. Number 2, I set the intention for this money to go and come to me 10 times in the next 30 days. So I send it with love and gratitude. So I was closing my eyes, I was setting this intention. I send you with love and gratitude. Please go and come back to me 10 times in the next 30 days. So while I was setting that intention, I was closing my eyes. Suddenly, I started getting tears in my face. I started crying. And believe me, I was not really in the mood of crying, or I wasn't in that kind of point at which I might think that I'm going to cry. But soon after I closed my eyes to set this intention, all of that pain, the worry, the sadness, the grief that I had about having this last $100 and having no clue about what am I going to do the next day, all of that pain. And if you're a healer, you will know that crying is a sign of releasing, just releasing all of this pain that's inside of us. It's a good sign. It's a sign of healing. So, and this started, maybe it continued for 2 to 3 minutes where tears were running down, and I was really feeling it, all the hardships that I had gone through with money in my life. And after that 2 to 3 minutes, after the crying, I was like, I felt so much relief. I felt that relaxation. And then I went ahead and I clicked the button, pay now. And just after 2 to 3 hours after I made the payment, the session was booked for the next day. The healing was for the next day. But after 2 to 3 hours after I paid, money started coming into my PayPal account. So the first person booked a healing session with me for $111, and there was $111. Suddenly I got this notification in my cell phone that somebody paid me $111, and I see my PayPal account is $111. I was like, wow, the healing was booked for tomorrow. I would expect that to happen next day, but what is it? that this is happening now. And then 5 to 10 minutes right after the first payment, I received another $111. I was like, oh, where was all this money in so many days that I've been struggling for this? And then there's this $222 in my PayPal account. I was like, wow. And that's what I mean by taking advantage of money energy. Money has this specific power of bringing into fusion your intention. It's this additional power, this additional force that can amplify your intention. Of course, even without money energy, you can just set an intention and you can make it happen if you have all of the major energetic blocks released. But what with money energy in the equation, it just amplifies everything and instantly transformation starts happening. As I said, I didn't even have to wait for that healing session until tomorrow. I started getting money the same day I made the payment. So that's the power of money energy. You can use money energy, even if it is you're giving $10 for charity. You can set an intention with the money energy. It's so powerful. You can tell that $10, my dear money, I'm sending you with love and gratitude. Please go and come back to me tenfold in the next 30 days. And imagine every dollar, every whatever currency you use, every money that you have, if you can spend it and you can take 10 times back, that's 10x return on investment in 30 days. So that's the power of money energy, especially if you're doing any healing session. I recommend you don't do it for free, because again, if this was a free healing session, this magic wouldn't have happened. With money energy, the energy just changes. It's so powerful. And when you make that payment, even if it is a free session, just make a donation of maybe $1, $2, $10. That money energy just transforms and changes our energy altogether. And when you're making that payment, set that intention. Intention is so strong, especially when you're using it in combination of the money energy. All right, hope you helped. I hope that helps. So this is a part of Bliss Consciousness healing program that I'm doing, that I'm teaching the importance of money, what money really is, and how we can use money to our advantage. And Bliss Consciousness healing program is all about manifesting your dream life. And money is a major component of for all of us to manifest our dream lives. That's why I'm all into the money energy, and the secret sauce to success for me is the money energy. I hope that helps. If you're interested in the Bliss Consciousness healing program, you can click on the link and have a look at it. If you're interested, you can join. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.